Hey, welcome back. So today I'm continuing with my declutter series. I'm doing my black and white drawer. Now I did heavily debate even doing this drawer because it's just black and white. I figured that's really boring, but then I decided to just let you guys make the choice if you want to watch this video or not. Okay, so I will say I do have a lot of whites, like a lot of white creams. They're all in varying degrees of opaqueness. I've never found a truly good one coat white that I can use for undies. I've got a few that were highly recommended and they just aren't the best. So I feel like I can get rid of a couple whites. Let's go ahead and start. First one I have is an Essie white. This is Marshmallow. I will say, I think it was 2 years ago now, I did kind of go on an Essie white kick where I was trying to buy all the white Essies to compare them all. I haven't gotten to them all. I haven't worn a lot of these. I don't tend to wear a ton of white, although whenever I do wear white, I really like the way it looks on my nails. So I do want to try to wear some of these. First one is Marshmallow. This one, from what I remember, is very jelly. I do want to set aside some of the whites to compare. So I'm going to set that one aside. Okay, then we have Sally Hansen Insta Dry White on Time. This, for years, has been my basic go-to white for undies. It's not the best formula, but it's not bad. So I'll keep that one. Okay, then we have LA Colors Diamond Crush. A few years ago, they had this whole series of like sparkly polishes. I got them all at 5 and below. I've already decluttered a couple. The formulas are okay. I don't tend to get a lot of use out of these types of like gritty, sparkly polishes. However, I do feel like I should keep at least one, and I think I have a couple. So I'm gonna set this one aside so I can compare it. All right, Polish for Days Fire Opal. I am not getting rid of this one. I'm actually going to try to dupe this. I believe Amy Sue actually asked me if I could try to find a dupe. So I have in mind one of my dupe videos that I have a bunch of screenshots that I've saved where a bunch of you have asked me to dupe certain polishes. So I'm going to do a whole video on duping your guys' recommendations. So I'm going to try to dupe this one, but I'm keeping it. I love it. All right, then we have Painted Polish Celtic Crowley, one of my oldest painted polishes. Love this one. I'm going to keep that one. 90 Onyx. This is one that I want to compare to the Black Diamond, so I'll compare those. All right, Glam Polish Dementor's Kiss. Not getting rid of this one. I love this. Absolutely beautiful. I love all of my Glam Polishes, flakies. Okay, Burial Going to the Chapel. I got this one recently, last year, I want to say, from Trans Design. I want to compare this to all the whites. All right, then we have Music City Beauty Plans Canceled. I got this one in 2020. The formula on this is really, really bad, but it's gorgeous. So I want to try to restore this, see if I can thin this out, because I really love these black with like orange flakies. So, so pretty. So I want to restore this and then move it into my Halloween drawer. And if I can't restore it properly because the formula is really bad, then I will declutter it. And when I do my final episode of the series, you'll see if I've decided to declutter that one. All right, Colors to Carol Misty Morning. Love this. Absolutely beautiful. Keeping that. Island P Silhouette. Beautiful. Keeping that. Native War Paints, Black Tie, one of the few Native War paints that I've kept. This is really pretty. It's a blackened jelly base with that kind of like olivey green shimmer. Really, really pretty. I like that one. Had that one for years. All right, another painted polish. This one is Mermaid Melody. Beautiful. All of Painted Polish's Crowleys I've had for years. It was one of the like when I first started getting into indies, it was one of the very first few that I tested out, and all of their Crowleys have kept their formulas. All right, Dullish Polish, You Know Nothing, Jon Snow. I love this one. I've worn this a few times. Gonna keep that. Okay, Bee's Knees Lacquer, Choice is Powerful. I'm on the fence about this, you guys. I've talked before in my videos that I have this thing where I always buy these like beautiful whites with beautiful goldy green shimmers, and then on my nails they always just look like I have dirty yellow nails. And I've tried wearing this over multiple things and it just looks terrible on me. And then I was talking to, I want to say it was, I'm pretty sure it was Stacy from Kazoo Girl, and she was telling me that I should try this over a pink base. So I want to try that. I could see myself totally decluttering this in the future, but for now I want to try to make it work because I don't know, just in the bottle it's so pretty and it's so intriguing to me. So part of me still wants to find a way to make this work. So I'm going to keep it for now. All right, then we have Color Club's No Ordinary Love. This one, I love the concept of this. It's a beautiful kind of like off-white and it's chock full of really pretty gold shimmer, but the formula on this is so weird. It dries matte, it dries kind of lumpy. I'm tempted to try to restore it, but at the same time, like I think this would be pretty in winter, but at the same time, I don't know if I really have the time or the desire to restore this. I'm gonna set it aside. I'm gonna swatch it on my nail wheel and decide how I feel about it, but I'll probably declutter it. All right, then we have a Boo Bird. This is the Fright Stuff. Not getting rid of any of my Boo Birds. I love all of their Advent polishes. Okay, then we have El Curation. I got this one from Olga. This one, does this have a name? I don't see a name on this one. This one is kind of similar in concept to the Color Club, where it's kind of like that off-white with gold shimmer. I don't remember what the formulas are on this, so let me compare these two. Okay, then we have Different Dimensions Surf's Up. I've had this for years. This is one of the very first Different Dimensions I bought years and years and years ago. She used to have like $5 Crowleys, and this was one of them. It's so pretty, but I have not worn this in years, and I always say, oh, I should do like a Skittle, wear this on a couple of my nails and then pull in some like neon colors. I've never done that, you guys, and it's starting to get very dingy looking, and I could restore it and just whiten it up a bit. But honestly, you guys, I haven't worn this in years. I think I'm just gonna declutter it. I'm gonna declutter it. Okay, then we have Girly Bits Butt Coin. Gonna go ahead and keep that. Okay, 90 Lacquer Double Rainbow. Go ahead and keep that one. Another white Essie, this is Coconut Cove. I'm gonna compare that with the other Essie whites that I bought. This is the one that everyone told me I should get. I saw a video by, I forget her name, but she did a white comparison saying that this is her #1 favorite white. It's a one coater. I've watched several YouTube videos where everyone says this is a perfect one coat white. I've got comments in my comment section saying that this is a perfect one coat white. This is not a one coat white, you guys. This was still streaky on 2 coats. I don't understand. Did I say what it is? This is Whispering White. I don't know. I'm gonna keep it just because everyone swears by it and I need to try to find a way to make it work, but I don't know, I don't love it. Okay, another black glitter. This one is Glitter Days Bellatrix. This one actually is black with gold glitters, so this one's unique. I'm gonna keep that one. Okay, KB Shimmers Dark and Twisty. I've had this one for so many years. This is really fun. I used to wear this for Halloween all the time. And then I pulled it into my black drawer. Really like that one. Okay, Different Dimensions. This one is Pride. I picked this one up, I wanna say last year during one of their sales when she was kind of like downgrading her business. I'm gonna keep that one. I just haven't worn it yet, but it's beautiful. All right, a classic Dolish polish. This is Expecto Patronum. I love this one. I'm gonna keep that. Okay, oh, this is also very similar to these two. This one is Elevation Polish Limestone. I know the formula on this one is really good. This one has kind of like a creamy white base, and then it's got copper glitters. This one's more copper, whereas these ones are more gold, but I want to compare the 3 of these. And if they're similar enough, then I can just declutter those 2. Okay, then we have Island P Underground. I picked this one up recently. I want to say I picked this up possibly during Black Friday last year. Look how gorgeous that is. Beautiful, gonna keep that one. All right, another painted polished Crowley. This is Rainbow Reef. Beautiful, gonna keep that. Okay, then we have China Glaze Snow Way. This one is really pretty. It doesn't have the best formula, but I want to try to make this work this winter, maybe with a beautiful kind of like snowy topper. All right, then we have Fancy Gloss Fairy Wings. This one, from what I remember, did not have a good formula, but this is so beautiful that I feel like it was worth the effort. So I'm gonna keep this one. You can't even see it, but it's got beautiful, glowy pinky flakes. I might try to just restore it too. All right, then we have Simple Colors, Black on Black. I wanna say this dries satin matte. I wanna swatch this, remind myself how the formula is, because I do have, I don't even know if it's in this drawer. Yes, I have my One Coat Black by Restored by Polish. Anytime I need black undies, this is my go-to black. I also have from my own brand a One Coat Black that I use as undies. So between this one and my own, I really don't need blacks, because if I'm gonna reach for black undie, I'm just gonna use these because they're perfect one coaters. I wanna swatch this though to see, like, maybe this has a pretty shimmer, and I can't tell in the bottle, but let me just swatch this and see what it's like. But I'll probably declutter it. And obviously I'm keeping by Restored by Polish. Okay, then we have China Glaze Blanc Out. I don't think this has a shimmer, and I don't know, it looks like it's kind of jelly. Maybe I got this for jelly sandwiches. Let me swatch it. All right, then we have Dolish Polish Truffle Shuffle. This is so cute. I haven't worn it yet, but it's really cute. I want to wear this over a black undie. I know I said in my last few videos that I'm trying to get rid of as many Dolish Polishes minis as possible, but I really like this one, so I'm gonna keep that one. Another mini by Dolish Polish. This one is I Lit the Black Flame. I love this one, it's so pretty, and keep that one. All right, then we have Ion P Cursed. This is so, so pretty. I love this one. Haven't had this one for too long. This one is really pretty. I think I want to try to wear that for Halloween. All right, Cadillac or Wait for Me. Absolutely gorgeous. Look how beautiful that is. I'm definitely keeping that. All right, here's a black. This used to be my go-to black for undies. Black to Black by Sally Hansen. Not the best formula, 2 coats for opacity and to get rid of the streaks. However, I don't need it because I'm never gonna reach for this over this. So I will declutter that one for sure. All right, OPIs, it's in the Cloud. Kind of like an off-white that I picked up, I wanna say last year, and compare it to all these whites. Okay, then we have Orly's Ceci n'est pas blanc. This is beautiful. It's like a, I wanna say it was described as a bone white, but it definitely has a drop of, I don't know, like it's not quite gray, but it's like this off-white grungy, and it's so cool and interesting. It has a really nice formula. I'm gonna keep that one. All right, then we have a Glam Polish. This is I Never Look Back, Darling. It distracts from the now. Absolutely beautiful. I'm gonna try to wear this winter. All right, another white. This one has a beautiful shimmer though. This is OPI's Chillin' with Kindness. I got this one, I wanna say this was from last year's winter collection. I found it at TJ Maxx. I just haven't gotten around to wearing it, but this is really beautiful. I don't know if you can see. It's got a beautiful kind of like, they're tiny pinky purple shifting flakes, but they're very tiny. Really beautiful, I like that one. All right, then we have Morgan Taylor's New York State of Mind. I'm gonna go ahead and keep that one. This one was on my lemming list for many, many years. I finally got a hold of it, and I didn't love it as much as I wanted to. However, because I spent so long trying to get a hold of this, I'm gonna keep it. All right, then we have I was blanking on what it's called. This is Mooncat Lacquer Pumpkin King. I'm very let down by this polish, you guys. I'm let down by a lot of the Mooncats that I bought. I'm gonna keep it because I haven't worn it, but I'm probably going to jazz this up because on the nails, this was very boring. So I will, like I said, jazz this up some way with some kind of topper. All right, then we have Cuticula's Andalasia. I'm gonna go ahead and swatch this one. I had gotten one from Krista when I was visiting her. Hers was horrible. It had tarnished. I said, oh, let me see if I can restore it for you. I restored it multiple times for her. I haven't sent it back to her yet because every time I would restore it, it tarnished again. So mine doesn't look like it's really tarnished the way hers has, but it also doesn't look pure white anymore. Let me swatch this just to see how it looks on the nail wheel. All right, then we have OPI's Susie Chase's Portuguese. Go ahead and keep that one. It's not my favorite, but I'll keep it. Cert Colors Hatch. I love this one. It's beautiful. It's got little tiny speckles in it. I keep that. Okay, then we have Essie's Hang Up the Heels. This one has an interesting shimmer in it. The shimmer is not that apparent on the nails, although this is really interesting. I think I'll keep it. Okay, then we have Sally Hansen Insta-Dri Pearl Treasure. This has a really beautiful shimmer, and then it also has platinum glitters. I'm on the fence about what to do with this because this is really beautiful. It's kind of sheer. I feel like it needs undies, but then I don't have an opaque undie to wear with this, and I don't know. I'm gonna keep it and probably just build this up on its own and then wear it that way, but I don't know. It doesn't have the best formula, but it is really pretty. I had another white Essie. This one is Blanc. Gonna compare that. All right, then we have Elevation Weddell Sea. This one is really pretty. I just haven't worn this one, but this one would be really pretty in the winter. This actually is looking kind of grayish. I wonder if the silver flakies have tarnished a bit. Let me swatch this and I might pull that into my gray drawer. Okay, then we have Cuticula's Pegasus Wings. Beautiful, gonna keep that. Glam Polish, Wednesday's Child is Full of Woe. A bit let down by this polish because that red shimmer does not show up on the nail. I recently wore this and I did a red shimmer topper, which enhanced that shimmer, but this polish is kind of disappointing, but I found a way to make it work, and I really love the purple glitters. It's unique. All right, then we have Mooncat Lacquer Curiosity's Prey. I love this one. This one is really beautiful. This one was my favorite of all the Mooncats that I bought. I'm gonna keep that one. Okay, I just picked this one up from CVS. This is Paparazzi Glass Ceiling. It's got that really pretty shimmer. I'm going to keep that. All right, then we have Iron P Eclipse. I don't love this polish. I've worn it multiple times, or I've worn it twice. I just can't figure out a way to wear this the way I love it, but it's such a unique polish and everyone loves this. Oh, I know how I did wear this, that I did actually like it. I twinned with Barb on that Eclipse day. We wore an Eclipse mani and I wore this over red undies, and I really loved it over the red undies because the dark vampy red undies made that shift pop. So I do actually have a way that I like to wear that now. Okay, then we have New Colors 965. This is just in a black jelly base. It's really pretty. I'll go ahead and keep that one. Okay, Color Club's French Tip. This one I think I got on someone's recommendation of it being a really good white. I don't know where it's at, but the other Color Club white, I will compare this. All right, then we have OPI's Be There in a Prosecco. This one is really weird. I had this, I feel like I had this in my purple drawer by accident, and I thought it had faded, but then when I pulled up my original swatch, I saw that it never was purple. It's just this kind of weird off-white cream. But my swatch picture does look interesting, even though it's really ugly in the bottle. My swatch picture was interesting, and this is a unique color, so I'll go ahead and keep that one. All right, then we have Stella Chroma Dragon Fruit. I'm definitely keeping this. Absolutely gorgeous. Love that one. All right, Zoya's Storm. Keeping that. I'm keeping all of my Zoya Scattered Hollows. Fancy Gloss Aqua Goddess. I did not love the way I wore this. I did a twin with Barb, and I didn't love the way I wore this, but it's really beautiful in the bottle, so I want to find a different way to wear it. All right, Rogue Lacquer's Jawbreaker. I'm going to keep this one. It is starting to look very dingy, though. It's not very white. Looks like the gold has bled into the white, but I'm going to keep it. Possibly just restore it in the future and brighten it up with some like white base. All right, Zoya's Aspen. Really pretty. I like this one. It dries matte, but has a really beautiful shimmer. And this is really pretty in the winter with like a pretty wintry topper. Okay, Colors of Carol Cup of Joe. I love this one. Beautiful. This is kind of looking like a soft gray. However, I have a ton of grays and I feel like this probably gets lost in my grays, so I moved it into this drawer. All right, then we have Dollar Polish Who's Eating Who. I did a really beautiful combo with this a couple years ago and I want to recreate that in the future. All right, then we have a black collar that I got from my friend Laura. This is Super Chic Lacquer REM. Go ahead and keep that. And the last one is Bluebird Lacquer Gravedigger. And go ahead and keep that. All right, let me do some swatching and I'll be back. All right, so I did all my swatching. The first one is the Cuticula Andalasia. Mine actually is not really tarnished yet. It does look like it's looking a little dingy, but mine has not tarnished the way that Krista's did. I'm telling you, the one that Krista gave me to restore for her was so bizarre. It was extremely tarnished. I whitened it out and it was beautiful, and then I had it sitting on my desk, and then within like 2 or 3 days it had completely tarnished again. So then I decided to just franken it for her. She said I could play around, do whatever I wanted to. So I turned it purple and it was gorgeous. And then I had it sitting on my desk for a few weeks, and then I went to look at it again and it had completely tarnished again. And so when I showed her again, she said just throw it away. Mine has not tarnished. However, I know based off of hers that mine will probably tarnish in the future, but for now it's not tarnished and I'm going to keep it for now. All right, then I did the 3 kind of like off-whites with goldy coppery shimmers. The first one is Elevation Limestone. This one is beautiful. This one has more flakes. They're not going to show up on camera, but it's got these beautiful coppery flakes. I love this one. I'm going to keep that. Okay, then the Color Club, No Ordinary Love. This one is still really interesting to me, you guys. The formula is not the best. However, I do want to see if I can restore this. So I've, throughout this series, have had several polishes that I've said I want to restore. Some of them have been successful, some of them have not. So at the end of this series, I'll do like a final video of polishes that I'm decluttering when I initially said I wasn't. And if I can't get this to restore, then you'll see it in the final episode. And then the El Carrezan, I'm going to go ahead and just declutter that one. All right, now moving on to all of the whites. Okay, so the first one is my go-to Essie, or my go-to white that I've had for years. That's a Sally Hansen White on Time. Yeah, White on Time. Not bad. However, I have a better white, so I'm going to go ahead and declutter this one finally. All right, then the second one is Color Club's French Tip. This one is amazing. So this one I talked in one of my videos, I don't remember what it was, but I talked about Color Club's Whispering White, which is this one, how, I forget who it was, but she had said that this was her very favorite white. It's like she did a whole comparison. This was amazing. I got this one. I didn't love it. It was streaky, 3 coats, and this is still streaky. And I talked about that in a video, and everyone told me, or several people told me I should get Color Club's French Tip. And I had a hard time finding this, and I finally tracked this down. And you guys, this is amazing. On the nail wheel, it looked really good in 1 coat. I did do 2 coats, but it looks pretty flawless to me. My swatch pictures look really good. So this is going to be my go-to white undies. So I'm keeping French Tip. I am going to still keep the Color Club Whispering White. I want to try to find a way to make this work. Maybe not using it as opaque undies for something else, but just using it as a white polish to put like a pretty topper on top. So I'm going to keep it for now, but I can see myself decluttering this in the future. Okay, then, so the next one is Essie's Coconut Cove. On the nail wheel, this has a terrible formula, and I was ready to declutter it, but I pulled up my swatch picture, and my swatch picture looks really nice. So on the nails, I guess this looks nicer. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do with this. I do like it's kind of like a softer white from the French Tip. You can see how stark white the French Tip is. So I think I'll use it not necessarily to be 1 coat undies for other polishes, but just as a white base for toppers. So I think I'll keep that one. Then we have Essie's Marshmallow, which is clearly meant to be just a sheer white. Now that I've worked really hard growing out my stains on my nails. I want to get into more kind of like sheer dainty jelly sandwiches with glitter. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep this one because this is the only real sheer white that I have. Okay, then Essie's Blanc. This is an amazing white. One coat on the nail wheel was really good. 2 coats is perfect. I pulled up my swatch coat from my folder and this looked amazing. So I feel like Essie and then the Color Club will be my go-to white undies. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep that one. Okay, then we have China Glaze Blanc Out. So Essie's Blanc and China Glaze Blanc Out. This one is right here. This one has an okay formula, nothing special. I'm never going to use this as undies. I'm going to reach for one of those the Color Club or the Essie that I talked about. So I'll go ahead and declutter that one. Not terrible, but I wouldn't use it as an opaque undie. And as far as using it as just a base for layering glitters on top, I feel like the Coconut Cove was pretty, and then the Blanc. All right, and then the last 2 are these kind of like off-whitey looking ones. First one is Burial Going to the Chapel. This one actually had a really nice formula. I don't think I changed the brush on this one. Oh, I did change the brush. Okay, so I swapped out the brush. This had a really nice formula. It's only $2 on Trans Design. Really nice. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep that one. And then the OPI, it's in the Cloud, is just a completely different tone. This one is just more of like an off-white with like a drop of tan or something in it. Really interesting, unique. I don't have any other whites like that one. All right, guys, so that means I'm decluttering 5 for now. The China Glaze, the Sally Hansen, the different dimensions, the black, which is really nice. I just have better black undies now. And then the Elk Raisin. I'm going to try to restore this, and then in the future, I might declutter this by the end of the series. Oh, I completely forgot to do these 3 blacks. Let me swatch them and I'll come back. Okay, so the first one I did is that Salon Perfect or Sinful Colors black on black. Really nice. I wouldn't say it's a 1 coat black. It's probably more like a 2 coat. It's a nice black. However, I don't need it because I have my Restored by Polish and then also the one from my own brand. So anytime I need black undies, I'm not going to reach for a 2 coater. So I will go ahead and declutter this one. It is a nice black though. All right, and then the 2 glitters. So the first one I have is the 90. This one is just a sparse black glitter. I think I will move this onto my glitter rack. Formula is nice, no complaints. And then the second one is the LA Colors Diamond Crush. This one is more opaque. This one actually pulls more like a silvery gray. Nice formula for now. I do see this thickening up in the future. I'm not sure if in the future I'll want to restore this or just get rid of it, but for now it's got a good formula, so I'll keep it. And then just to see how it looked over black, I swatched it over the black and it looks nice. So I can see myself using this in the winter time. So I'll go ahead and keep those. So that means that I'm decluttering 6 now. And then declutter these 4 and then the 2 blacks. All right, guys, that was everything. If you have any comments, leave them down below and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.